As Larry drove home from the strip club, he was a little upset with his brother, saying he'd like to do Francine. But Larry always knew that Dennis was, well, as a kid, he was a peeping Tom, spying on Francine's mother and sister. Got caught once with Cousin Helen in the playhouse. Yeah, Dennis is sick. Larry felt sorry for his sister-in-law, Ann. That night, Larry had a dream.
Larry, you're gonna love this one. She is hot. You know her, don't you know?
Francine was dancing in the strip club. She had all the guys turned on, and she loved it.
She likes herself now, Larry.
He woke up so excited he had to have her right then. It was the first time they'd had sex in months. The next morning, Francine was getting dressed and seemed to be as happy as Larry.
You look beautiful this morning, honey.
Well, thank you. Going to meet Mom downtown. Please look at that flyer on your desk.
The flyer was for a fishing tournament at a lodge outside of Riverdale. Now, Larry liked to fish, but it was Francine who loved it. She had been fishing with her dad since she was 6. She was good enough to show him the money in many tournaments. Larry called Uncle Carl, who said he had some good deals for him to look at if he could come down to Twin Brook. Larry said he'd see him on Friday, when Francine rushed out.
Larry, don't forget to vote today for your loser.
Larry got online to the fishing lodge and made reservations. He would keep it as a surprise for her. He'd like to surprise her with little things like that. Yesterday slipped back in Larry's head. Maybe Dennis was right. If she would dress a little sexier, she would see how attractive she is and feel better about herself. Like in a dream, with all those men wanting her, maybe she'd love it. Now he thought of the dream. He was getting aroused just thinking about it. Why did he get so turned on from a dream? Was it because she was naked? No, it was because she was naked in front of all those other men. Why did the thought of other men wanting his wife turn him on so? Why? He typed in "my sexy wife," and bang, the screen was filled with images of amateur wives put there by their husbands. Now, Larry never really cared much for porn. Well, maybe looking at a Playboy when he was a teenager. But since he fell in love with Francine, he had not so much as looked at another woman. But these were real wives like Francine. But for Larry, Francine was way hotter. If she only knew how really hot she was, he thought. Hours went by before he knew it. The stories, pictures, videos. He wasn't alone. A lot of husbands wanted other men to look at their wives and watch them with other men. He had to stop. There was no way he would get her to do the things he'd like to see her do. No way. Dennis was right. She is marrying the librarian. Larry went to the local political website to see how the exit polls were going, and there it was. His candidate, the dark horse, was polling ahead of her favorite. This might be his opportunity. Like in one of the stories he had just read about a bet where the loser had to do whatever the winner wanted. And in all the years he had known Francine, she had never once welched on a bet. Larry went to vote and was back home fixing dinner when Francine got home.
Did you and Mom have a good time?
Yes, but I'm tired. Thank you for making dinner. Did you vote?
Oh, yes, and I know my man's gonna win.
No way, Larry. He doesn't stand a chance.
I know my man's gonna win.
You wanna bet?
No way, I know he's gonna win.
Chicken. Larry's a chicken.
Okay, honey, but your guy's gonna lose.
How much you wanna bet? 20, 30, 50?
Well, let's make it worthwhile. Something big.
I bet anything on it.
Are you sure about that? Anything?
That's what I said, anything.
Okay, here's the bet. The loser will do anything the winner wants him to do 3 days. All at once, no whining, no welching, no matter what.
Larry, you know I never, ever welch on a bet, but I don't know.
You're the one who wanted to bet, and I think I heard you say anything.
You're on. I've got a honey-do list, and so does my mom, loser.
Well, Francine went to sleep confident of her win. Not so with Larry, only 70% sure of the election, but his head was racing with plans for Francine.